Hello. Welcome to the SLOB Show. What's up, broker?
Yay. What? Wow, that took like 2 minutes. I don't know what's going on. I'm in the background and it just says, stand by. He could be going to you at any minute. And then this is if you're watching and not listening to the podcast. And then
Yeah.
there's the Slob Show logo with this Simpsons animated burger on it. And then the phone number, and then the food and lifestyle podcast for the rest of us underneath
Yeah.
that. And then underneath that was a ESPN scroll going, stand by, slobs. We'll be with you in a minute. And like in 2 weeks, there won't be any room for the video pictures. It'll just be, messages.
For some reason, I can't get rid of this ticker. I don't.
I like the ticker. It's all good.
I know it's not. Well, it says call though on top there, so that's a problem. Let's see if this works here. Hang on. Show. Oh, and you could call us 916-909-0985. You could call. You could text. You could comment. Like Chris just sent us a comment on Facebook. You could do it all. Well, for some reason, I can't get rid of this. So,
well, it says bow down to Roker, the Slob Show King. It said that, so you can keep that up if you want. I like that. Get rid of the rest of it.
Now, what's it showing on your end? Because on my end it says whatever. Hang on. Let me. Okay, there we go. Perfect. All right, Roker, we have to start the show with breaking news. Oh my God, Roker, have you heard,
brother?
This is breaking news to kick off the SLOB Show.
Yes.
Again, you must join the Facebook page. The Facebook group is the greatest group in the history of Facebook, the SLOB Show Facebook group. But, Roker, here's the thing. $5 meals are back at McDonald's and Burger King. What do you think?
It's about time. So you actually get something for $5, because the last time I went to either one of those establishments, it cost me much more than $5, and it definitely wasn't worth it.
Well, here's the SLOB Show tip that goes along with the $5 meal. So you get the and base is coming on in minutes. So you get the $5 meal, okay, which comes with either a McChicken or a double cheeseburger, fries, chicken nuggets, and a drink, okay, for $5. Then, and Burger King, it's similar. Like you get a chicken sandwich, whatever, chicken sandwich or a burger, nuggets, fries, and a drink for $5. Both have it. Then you go on your app, either your McDonald's or Burger King app, and you buy a $3 Whopper or you buy a $3 Big Mac. Now you're out the door for $9 with tax, and you have a Big Mac or a Whopper, another sandwich on the side, because we always get 2 sandwiches, Roker, chicken nuggets, fries, and a drink. It's perfect.
It sounds like they're trying to emulate Wendy's a little bit, because Wendy's usually has meals like that where it's sandwich, nuggets, fries, drink, or Frosty. Although Wendy's has, and we always say, if you're going into a QSR, as we like to call them, the biz, a quick service restaurant.
Is that what they call them?
Yeah, that's what it's called in the industry there. Always download the app, because that's where all the specials are. But Wendy's has the worst app ever. I don't know if you've tried to use it, gone into a Wendy's, or at least when I try and use it at the Wendy's in Joliet, it takes 10 minutes for me and the person at the counter to figure out how to do it. Luckily, there's no one else in there, so I'm not holding up a line or anything.
Yeah.
But
well, they're always asking, like, what's the code again? What's the code again? And then they type it in
McDonald's.
wrong.
Oh, no, McDonald's is like, okay, so here's the code. Show this. Are you going to the drive-thru? Are you going inside? Like, just give me my food.
But what do you think of my tip, Roker? Like they always have a $3 sandwich on the apps.
No, I like the tip. Always use, so right. So now that you can buy, since you can buy a $5 meal, and it's not going to count as you using a coupon.
Exactly.
You can use a coupon on top of that. You double dip.
Exactly. And you're double dipping, but it's also like you're taking care of all the extra stuff you're going to buy anyway. The drink, the fries, some nuggets, and a sandwich. Come on.
Right. Or I'll just get back in line and just order twice.
Oh, you do that.
or yeah, or just stay in line and order twice. So order it and say, "Oh yeah, I got one more order, separate order. I got a separate order, and just a separate order
With the
another
same app?
coupon, with the same app and the same coupon. Yeah, separate order. I don't care.
See, you have no shame, and that's my biggest problem in life is that I have shame for the slob lifestyle.
I think now when you say I have no shame, I think that's a compliment. I
In
think
this
you mean.
case, it is.
I mean, what am I going to do? Drive past McDonald's tomorrow and it's going to be shuttered? There's going to be it's not going to be boarded up because I used 2 coupons in one day.
Yeah. Oh my God. They say there's a new survey too that says 78% of Americans think that fast food is luxury. So like I've lived the most, like I'm like the Liberace of fast food. Like I've lived a life if they think that that's luxury because that's
If
all I eat is fast food.
if fast food is luxury, then what is not luxury?
I think they're saying
Like,
it's more expensive now.
oh, okay, because it's expensive. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
But
But
still, like,
everything's more expensive. But
yeah,
there's still ways around it, and that's why you listen and watch the Slob Show, and you go to the Slob Show Facebook page because we've
exactly.
got all the tips to save you all that money.
Slob tips. That's why Roker is the Yoda of the slob show. I'm like the Luke Skywalker. He's taught me, and I'm trying to, I mean, I'm trying to, spread the gospel of Roker, you know?
Well, I appreciate that. Here's
We
a
need
tip
a,
for you. We just had what, Memorial Day, right?
yeah.
So you go, so Memorial, and then the next one's going to be, well, the next one's Juneteenth, but I don't think they have any sales for that. But 4th of July, right? So lots of times they'll have, ribs on sale or burgers and all that kind of stuff. Go the day after the holiday because they've probably overstocked.
Ah,
And
yes.
and now I talked about this a little bit last week, and then now they've got to discount it. And you just go in and buy it and freeze it, and then you've got it ready.
You're not the one who said to wash the meat off, are you? Did you tell me that once?
No, I had to wash the meat off.
Yeah, because like someone said if meat smells, you just
If meat
wash it off.
smells, you don't eat it. It's bad. Your meat is not, your food is not supposed to smell other than
Yeah.
like after it's cooked. If it's raw and it smells, do not eat it. And by the way, you can take it back to the store and get a refund. If you open up burgers, ground beef, or whatever, and it doesn't smell right, take it back. They'll give you a refund.
Well, I'm talking about like raw meat. Like when you
Well,
buy
that's what I'm
it.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Raw meat. Like if you were to go to the store and buy like 2 pounds of burger meat and you open it up and it doesn't smell right or it doesn't look right, just take it back.
Yeah.
Or take a picture of it and say, I threw it out, and just go back with the receipt. And they'll give you a refund.
I'm looking at the comments here on Instagram. We can't pull these up on the screen. Let's see. Chicago History. That's a great Instagram page. They're checking in. Ozzy312 said, "What's up, brothers?" Let's see. Wendy's got them snacks. Biggie Bag is king. That's from Stephen Water. His name is Stephen Watermullen. Let's see.
Yeah, see
Everyone,
that biggie bag, that's with the sandwich and the nuggets and all that other stuff. That's there.
everyone loves the Biggie Bag. And you could call, you could text, you could comment wherever you're at. I could pull your comments up. The number's right there, right on the screen, right here. See that?
Yeah, what if I'm listening and I'm not watching?
Well, if you're listening, it's not live. So you can't call anyway.
So there's no, well, what if, no, you could have it on your phone and you're driving.
Oh, if you're driving,
and you're not looking at the screen, hopefully.
Yeah. Because it's also like minutes after we're done with this podcast, it's available on all audio platforms. But right, you're a good point, Roker. 916-909-0985. You could call, you could text. So Roker, you went to the sweets and snacks convention. And you left there with like a wheelbarrow full of food, right?
Well, I've been going to the sweets and snacks convention for years, and the restaurant convention. They used to be held back to back and almost simultaneously at McCormick Place for years. you'd have 4 days of the restaurant convention, and then
Ladies
the
and
first
gentlemen,
day of the
I
sweets and
present to you Base.
There's Base, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. What up, guys?
Yay.
What up? So Broker's talking about the restaurant and the snack convention.
Right. So
Ooh.
usually you'd have 4 days of the restaurant convention, and then the last day of the restaurant convention would be the first day of the sweets and snacks convention, and then you'd have 4 days of the sweets and snacks convention.
Amazing.
Now the sweets and snacks people have decided to take their ball and go home with it, and now they have moved it to Indianapolis.
Oh no!
So they thought
And I know
they
you're
could
still
get
going to take that drive, right?
yeah. They thought that they could get rid of your boy, and they couldn't. Drove down to Indianapolis.
I was gonna say our boy's got a driver's license.
Well, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Went down there all 4 days, came back, had basically 1 day in between conventions, and then went to 4 days of the restaurant convention.
So how did it go? What did you leave with? You left with duffel bags full of stuff, or what?
Well, the interesting thing is, like, let's start with the candy convention, Sweets and Snacks Expo. So they give you a bag when you get there because all of the exhibitors have like little samples, right? Candy
It's
bars,
like a bag, right?
or it's like, but like full size, like Hostess and Little Debbie and chocolates, and so you end up you're not even trying, and then an hour and a half into it, you have a full bag of candy. A full bag.
Broker, someone on Instagram just said you left there with diabetes.
No, I got there with diabetes.
She showed up with diabetes.
Yeah. I got there with diabetes. Yeah. It's not going to stop me.
No.
And so you end up.
He left there without a couple of toes, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
I'm trying to hold
he
on
lost
to
yet another toe.
Trying to hold
Worth
on.
Worth it.
Yeah.
So you end up with 2-3 bags of candy by the end of the show, and then the last day, no one wants to take any of the stuff home with them. None of the exhibitors, right? They don't want to lug that stuff back to wherever they came from. So they just dump it out. They just dump it all on the counter. They just go take it.
Yeah.
Take it. Whole boxes of stuff.
Because they don't want to travel with it.
So around here, for example, we have like Fannie Mae candies, right? In LA, you're West Coast now. You're West Coast Abe. Maybe we'll just start calling you West Coast Abe. They have See's candy on the West Coast, right? And I'm big fan of See's candy ever since I was a kid. I had relatives in LA. See's candy is kind of like
Steve?
SEES, See's candy. It's like the West Coast Fannie Mae.
It is. It's pretty good. I've had it before.
It's really good. And so I kept going by and like grabbing like 3 or 4. They were like individually wrapped, like 3 or 4, 3 or 4, 3 or 4, 3 or 4. Like every time I walk by.
Yeah.
And then the last day, I grabbed 3 or 4, 3 or 4, 3 or 4. And I've got like 2 bags. I got a bag in each hand. I've got, my notebook, computer, and the woman goes, I was going to give you a case, but it doesn't look like you have any way to carry it. And I went, I'll find a way. I went, I'll find a way. And she gave me a case of See's candy.
I got to try it, man. It has been, I would say, about 10 years since I've had it. I remember it being pretty good.
Oh, I
this is what he's
almost killed.
talking about here.
Yes, it's absolutely delicious. When Turd and Freak and we all went to LA to interview Michael Chiklis and the cast of The Shield, we were down there and I saw See's candy and I cut across 4 lanes of traffic to get to See's candy, and they gave me shit about it.
That says a lot. That says a lot. The fact that you want to take your life in your own hands for some chocolate.
That's right. They just gave me hell about it for the entire trip, and then on the way home when I fell asleep, they ate it all.
Damn.
Yeah,
I can see Turd doing that completely.
And it's been 20 years, and I'm still salty about it.
Well,
it's fantastic. You find out what all the new stuff is.
My brother used to work for a cappuccino catering company, and they would get hired out to places like that. So I remember one year he got invited to do the candy convention and the grocery store one. And my brother came back like literally with grocery bags full of stuff we had never heard of before. And he said it was just like you said, like he said it was like aisles, like it looked like a grocery store in there, and people were just filling up boxes.
It's like supermarket sweep.
Yeah.
Remember supermarket sweep?
Right, where you just like grab stuff and put it in the cart.
Yeah.
And I've learned, because that stuff gets heavy quick, right? So I've learned, don't get the gummy eyeballs and stuff like that you're never going to eat.
No,
and I don't
get something you'll find on
kids.
Halloween. Yeah.
Right. Yes, exactly. Unless you're going to save it to give out at Halloween or something like that.
Yeah, no. You got to go with the stuff that the C's that we would not get here, or be like, okay, this thing's not even in the supermarket right now and it's good. I'm taking like 10 of them.
And all kinds of, new flavors. They had a Skittles machine on one end. They had a Skittles machine on the other hand. They had an M&M's machine. So they had every flavor of Skittles, and you could you hit the board and you decide what flavors you want, and it would dispense it, and it was free. And then it had every flavor of M&M's. So it was, plain, peanut, mocha, cookies and cream, every flavor, and you could just get any one you want. And I was like, can this be rented out? This should be in every office in America.
Yeah. I must have missed this part of the intro, but how did you get into these conventions? Because I know you have to have some sort of credential.
Well, I get in because I conduct interviews there.
Ah, gotcha.
I conduct interviews
on a bunch of stations. He's on the SLOB show, of course. He's on Roker Radio.
Are we throwing out Roker Radio, or we're just throwing out all the radio stations that you do out there?
No, Roker Radio, talk about it on the radio stations, talk about it on the SLOB show.
Very cool.
Find out about the new trends. It's really weird. There was a whole bunch of like robots, like robot servers.
Yeah, you know what? I went to a Japanese Korean barbecue place opened up by us in the Southwest Burbs where I live, and the meat that was delivered to us was by a robot, and it was the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's coming. It's coming.
It is.
I asked him, I said, how? I said, okay, so you know what I'm going to ask you, right? You're taking people's jobs by doing this, right?
Oh,
and he's like, no, because the workforce has lost 40% of the workforce since COVID. And so this is helping to replace it for the people who aren't coming back. And like Gen Z, they don't want to do that stuff anymore.
No, right? They're not doing minimum wage. They're not doing minimum wage. But I will say it was a lot easier to touch a robot and say, I'm not going to tip you than I will
that is true. That is true. That is true.
Go ahead, no tip, and it'll give you a smile, whereas the lady that turns around won't.
Food for you. And it's like, could you steal someone else's dish? Base?
Well, no, because you're sitting at a table and a robot just comes to you. So I guess unless you want to tackle a robot before it goes to somewhere else, I mean, I guess you could.
Yeah, but don't they have multiple?
Table and all of a sudden a robot rolls up right to the middle and just jams itself, and you have it's kind of walled off. There's like 3 sections to it, but the robot it's got it's almost like a shelf, like it's like a movable like shelf.
Okay, it's like 3 shelves and 3 or 4 shelves, and then I asked that guy the same thing. I was like, so does this thing serve you the food? And he said, no, usually it will say something like, please wait for a server to give you your food.
Yeah.
Unless you consent ahead of time to take the food off of the tray.
Well, I had to have the lady come by just to be like, is this everything? Because they barely spoke English there. So she was like, chicken, beef, pork. And I was like, I think I ordered that. Thank you.
I've seen one where the shelf has multiple people's orders on the shelf. So like you could just steal someone else's food.
The mobile orders, yes. I've seen a lot of I don't understand how nobody checks mobile orders. So whenever I'm in a McDonald's and you see the little
everywhere. Yeah.
I've never seen anybody check anything.
I'm talking about the robot that delivers food at like Asian restaurants. The shelf you're talking about has food for like multiple people, and you're supposed to just take your own. It's like, hey,
No. The one I went to, the robot just came with the stuff I had. I didn't see anybody else's. So when it was delivered to me, it was just mine was there. But it was like, because I never done it before, and I wasn't really, you had to like mark things off of what you
Yeah, it's
want. So
weird.
I thought it was just kind of
Right.
like more planned out. So I put on like, give me the beef, give me the pork, the chicken, give me the fried rice, and I put down like ice cream and a s'mores thing, thinking that maybe they would just kind of, pace it out, and it was just all in one shot. So I pretty much
Yeah.
dominated those shelves.
So now
Yeah.
the robot can tell base, you go now at the
Make me
It just it has its own counter that is flashing 4 hours.
Yeah, I don't like new technology because it's like no matter what happens, like Costco, they have some new technology where it's supposed to scan your receipt when you leave, where there's not going to be a door greeter. But guess who has to come check your receipt when the sound goes off because you walked out with too much stuff? The door greeter. So you still have a door greeter anyway. Just like how they're going to have
Right.
umpires, they're going to have robotic umpires in baseball. Who's going to have to, if something happens, who has to pop out? An umpire.
Well, when you go
Right.
and you check out at the store, and the store has now more self-checkout lines than it has actual person checkout lines, but the poor guy or gal that's standing there looking over them is busier than anybody else in the store because
Yeah.
it's not taking my coupon. Oh, it's not
Exactly.
taking my code. It's not
Or
taking my
within three
code.
seconds, the red light will go off for you. You're like,
Right.
oh,
Exactly.
I actually scanned this 3 times. How is that possible?
So it's actually not faster.
No.
In fact,
I've always
I think
wondered
it was-
what's the most expensive thing somebody has actually stolen from one of those things, those self checkouts? Because people have taken some things, but what's the most expensive thing somebody has not scanned and went through and just went, I hope nobody checks the receipt?
probably like a 75-inch TV or something. Like they don't even pay
They're
attention.
Yeah, right.
They're watching that. That one's not gonna be like, oh, okay, oh shit. I see the TV, but I think he stole that deodorant. Like they're gonna notice the TV walking out of there.
If you act like we've talked about this a million times, you and I, Base, could walk into a restaurant right now, walk out with a table, and no one will say anything. Because if you act
That's
like you
true.
know what you're doing, no one stops you. So go try it. Try to not scan, and then you can play dumb. Like, oh, I didn't scan it. They're like, yeah, your bill's
Yeah,
$9.
you didn't see that your
not
receipt is
$9,000.
$900 cheaper than what you gave it. That you only rang up the pack of gum. You didn't notice that was it.
Yeah.
I stole a 9-volt battery out of Radio Shack when I was 10 and was guilt ridden
Yes.
for days. Remember the
Yeah.
red? They wasn't even
Yes.
the good batteries from Radio Shack.
know.
It was the red batteries from Radio Shack.
Let alone
That
walking
died
out
a
with
day
a pallet
later.
of a television. Yeah, there's no way you're doing that.
You know, Roker, I stole once. I stole once in my life. Okay. I went to Home Depot and I stole a washer from a $2 package I took for my guitar pedal, a wah pedal. You need this like washer that you put in there so that you could put your foot on it and it hits it. I stole one, left the rest of the package. I left and I felt so bad. I came back, went to the shelf, took the entire package that had one missing, brought it to the front desk, and I said, oh, you know what? I accidentally took one out of this package, so I'm just going to pay for the whole package. And then I left the package. So it didn't even make sense. But I felt
And then
so guilty the same way you did with those batteries. Like I just can't steal. Like I don't know. When I worked at Walmart, everyone stole everything. Remember when the Phantom
That's
Menace
because you
came
and
out?
the guys were in the back playing craps and eating food and doing all kinds of weren't paying attention.
Well, that is true because I did eat a lot.
You wrote the word slave on the back of your shirt when you were pushing carts into the
No, it was a name. It was a
into the
name tag.
building.
It was a
Yeah.
name tag. Let me see if I can pull
You
it
I
were
up.
think at that
you were
point,
the prince of
they just
Walmart.
figured you guys were a loss.
This was legit my real name tag at Walmart.
Wow.
Slave. Oh
I
my
mean, I was an
god.
idiot. I was 16.
Wow.
What a moron. I had an orange vest and I wrote on the back of the vest, I wrote, my name is Abe, slave of Walmart. I wear this vest against my will. I wrote that on the orange vest and they didn't fire me.
Against my, they're paying you for it against my will.
Again,
Like there's a gun to
against
your
his
head when
will.
you walk in and out of there.
In the same way that he accidentally opened up a package of washers and took one out and left.
But what kind of an asshole was I? Like, I would never do that now. I'd be afraid.
Yes.
That was some
And
kind
what was the best story? A girl said that, hey, my bag of chips got stuck in the vending machine. So instead of Abe shaking
Oh,
it, he drove his shoulder through the glass, busted the glass, and just handed the girl the chips like it was nothing. Like it was no problem.
Well, I did it all the time because chips always got stuck. I would slam into it, but this time I broke through the glass. I cut my whole arm up. It was like dripping blood, and then all these people started swarming in trying to get free chips. I'm like, please put them back, please. And I didn't get fired or anything. They're like, are you okay, Abe? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And they're like, cool.
Employee
Are you
of the month,
okay?
slave.
Workers' comp.
Picture up on the wall.
Yeah, the slave is the employee of the month. Base, I had a question for you. So we talked last week about how Roker loves ordering Happy Meals and stuff like that. Now,
Sure.
your son DJ, what is he in 5th grade now?
3rd grade. He's about to wrap up 3rd grade.
He's going into 4th.
Right.
After the summer. Like the 3rd grade's over. So he's going into 4th grade.
He's going into the 4th grade after next week.
So Roker takes advantage of the system by getting Happy Meals because no one would ever know if you're not really eating, like if it's not for a kid. What have you found out having because Roker and I don't have kids, having an actual kid, what have you found out, like SLOB tips that you could use?
Well, like I told you guys before, the biggest one for me was the Culver's. If you live by a Culver's, you can get the kids meal, which is only just a little bit smaller burger than a real burger, but you also get the free ice cream at the end. You get a free 1 scoop of their custard. So does the kid
have to be with you?
No, you can order it, no problem. They don't care. They actually know that adults do it.
I'm talking about things where you could actually use your son for new SLOB tips that Roker and I might not know about, where we would want to borrow DJ from you for a weekend.
I've yet to have something where it was just, I mean, the fact that he's cute, he will get free things. We will, like a lady at Costco loves him, and she'll just give him, like, if she's got like any dollar bills in her pocket, she'll just give it to him. But I've never gone to like a place where just because he's little, they give, like any other kid, they give smaller portions. So the kids menu is always like 3. It's always 3 chicken nuggets now to 5.
Yeah, if you have a kid, either call the number 916-909-0985 or just put it in the comments somewhere. Let us know tips where you could actually use a kid, like an actual kid. Like you need.
Please do, because I've yet to find anything that my son can get that I've not been able to get with him. So the only thing I've ever been able to do is that Culver's. Anybody can do with just ask for the kids meal and you get the free ice cream. So that's the only thing I've found.
Can you combine 2 tips into one? Like, do they have kids meals at Panda Express?
I've never seen it. I mean, you get the 1 combo meal is what you do. So you can really like shrink it down. But there's not, like I said, now all these places, like for the most part, if you go to Portillo's, there's no kids menu. There's just straight up, it's a burger and that's it. So there's a lot of places now that crack down on a lot of these things where you're either getting the burger or you're not. You're getting the hot dog or you're not. So I've seen more. There are no kids menus than anything else.
Conrad checking in. He said Denny's always hooks him up, his son, when he brings him. So Denny's, maybe Denny's we can take advantage of.
If you got, like I said, if you got a kid, they'll hook the kid up. But by hooking him up, they'll give him like a little scoop of ice cream. Right? It's going to be for him. It's not like, oh, hey, here's a giant cheesecake just for bringing in a cute kid. It's usually something for him and him only.
Okay. Because I want to do a SLOB tour where we use DJ with us and we can have DJ get us some stuff. Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Like I said, if he comes with us, he's going to get it. It's like with Roker. When Roker's got a coupon, buy one, get one, you're the one buying, he's the one getting one. So that'll be the way it is with DJ.
But you can, and I know, and you're happily married, of course, Base, but you can use a kid to have, hot chicks talk to you.
Because it's better than a puppy. It works better than a puppy. Honestly, especially when he was real young and little, like still like in a car, like a And a stroller, man, it was better than a puppy.
Like they don't know what predators you guys are, so they're like, oh, he must be a nice guy. Meanwhile, Roker's trying to figure out how to bang her. Hey, so you want to go to Chuck E. Cheese? So I have a nephew now. My brother Sam had a baby who's almost 1 now. Believe it or not, it's crazy.
Oh, Max.
Yeah, Max Cannon. My and I'm also the godfather. But I want to start using Max to get back into Chuck E. Cheese because I haven't been allowed to Chuck E. Cheese since I became an adult.
You know what? You walk your butt into Chuck E. Cheese, you're going to say to yourself, "There's a reason why I don't come here very often."
Yeah. What's so great? Why do you want to go to Chuck E. Cheese? Are you a member of a gang? What is it?
Yeah.
Because anytime I see a Chuck E. Cheese on TV, it's because there was a shooting in the parking lot.
Do you really want to play the arcade The Simpsons from 1989 on repeat? That's about the games they got going there.
Let me make clear. That sounded bad when I said I haven't been allowed into a Chuck E. Cheese. You can't just you can't just walk into a Chuck E. Cheese without a kid, right? Isn't that right?
I don't know. I've never been to a Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like you're not walking into an elementary school. I mean, it's still a place of business.
I thought they give you wristbands with the kids or whatever.
But the kids have not the same color wristband as you. So I mean, there's something that shows it's them.
Okay, so I guess I could, but I love their pizza and their cake. But maybe it's not as good now. From me remembering, I remember them being delicious. Is that not true?
Considering you were showing pictures of Palermo's on 63rd, I don't think it's gonna hold a candle to Chuck E. Cheese where they say they reuse the pizzas for the next party.
Let's see. This is actually chiming in here. The SLOB week. Hang on, I'm trying to pull up his comment here. Todd Michael, SLOB kid tip. You can use them to bring snacks into concerts and other events. This is what I'm talking about, Todd. I put pretzels, combos, burritos.
We went to a White Sox game and they made sure we had like no bags on us. So I don't know about that one.
Really?
Conrad again. He said, I love Chuck E. Cheese. Yes. Look who's chiming in here. One Claire Roker, the wife of Roker. Hello, Claire.
Well, that's interesting because she's either at work or she's driving home, one of the two. So not great to be chiming in on the SLOB show at the moment.
Well, I think I know the traffic that she's in, and I understand that she's probably in a traffic jam, so she's probably in a good spot right now.
Do you guys drive while you're watching videos?
I do not.
No, I don't watch the videos while I'm driving. I have the video on because that's how I'm listening to it through the speaker. But it's not like I'm turning to watch what they're saying. Who cares?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't have my phone like this while I'm driving.
Yeah, right.
That's cool.
But people do.
Oh, of course, I watch them do it.
Yeah, people do.
I'm checking out the Instagram comments here. Again, I can't bring these up on the screen. It says airport kids meals are the way to go. It saves money. This is from Mike G. Thank you, Mike.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Okay.
BW3 has a kids meal with an adult size hamburger. Jesus, that's great.
That is good to know.
I watched Abe buy like a regular size Jersey Mike's at the Vegas airport for like $27.
Do you remember that trip, Roker? So Roker had like a pocket full of cash, okay? And I was playing the Wheel of Fortune slot machine. Roker and I got Jersey Mike subs. We had a seat in between us where we put the subs on the seat. And I was playing the Wheel of Fortune slot. I kept hitting. I won $200. I would cash it out. Then I said, hey, Roker, can I borrow $100? Because I didn't want to. I had this thing going where I was winning, cashing out the ticket, putting in a new $100 bill. So by the end of it, I think I owed Roker $900 because I cashed out that many times. And I gave him a nice tip too. I'm like, Roker, that's very nice of you. You had all this cash on you. I gave him a pretty good amount of money for him supplying me those hundreds. It was great. And we were that airport is the greatest airport of all time. You get to gamble and eat Jersey Mike's. Like, it's the best. It doesn't get better.
And then you get on the plane with somebody there's that one terminal that only has Taco Bell. And so you get on the plane and it just smells like Taco Bell. It's awful.
Exactly. What are your thoughts on that, actually? Because I fly because I'm in Chicago like every 3 or 4 weeks. So I've been flying Southwest so much. What do you guys think about these people who eat smelly food on the plane?
That's
I don't
the
like
point. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's kind of
I will say
rude.
this. I have never brought food on a plane before. I've never brought my own food on a plane
Me too.
just because of A, I don't want people to smell it up, and B, I don't want to sit there with my own garbage. I just rather
Yeah.
have them bring me the snacks, bring me the water. When they come around the garbage, I got an equal amount. I don't want them to come to me and give me like a garbage bag full of Taco Bell and I don't know what to do with all these sauces. Here you go, and just toss it all out.
And God knows.
Go ahead, Abe.
I was gonna say, God knows you can't get that smell off your hands because guys like us, that bathroom is not for us. It is impossible to get in and out of those bathrooms for us. I mean, unless you're 5'7", 94 pounds, that's who that bathroom's made for. So I feel like they do that on purpose to keep people from going in the bathroom. So
I always feel like Andre the Giant whenever I close that door and you realize that my stomach, my ass is touching the door, my stomach is over the sink, and I'm like, this is not going to work. This is not going to work.
See, that's enough of an incentive to not bring food on the plane there.
Yeah.
Because
easily.
You don't want to have to be going to the bathroom on a plane on a 3.5, 4-hour flight from the West Coast, right?
And the last thing I need my colon supercharged with a couple of burrito supremes and a chalupa.
Right, and you're holding
That's the last thing I need.
Yeah, exactly. but there's two schools of thought, right? There's one that's like, and I think that we're all part of it's rude to bring that smelly food onto the plane and then eat it and stink up the plane. And then there's the people who go, I paid for the seat. This is my seat. I'm going to take off my shoes. I'm gonna eat the food I want. I paid for it. It's mine.
Well, to quote George Costanza, we live in a society, and in this society, we live by certain rules.
Yeah.
We are not to act like savages when amongst society. This is what separates us from the animals.
What I have found on these Southwest flights, I discovered Sheila G's brownie brittle. Have you guys tried this?
You were saying they have it at Costco. I've just never had it before. I've seen the package.
So that's what everyone's telling me is that they sell it at Costco. It is one of the greatest things. Now here's the thing. I ordered a whole case off Amazon, and I think I'm already sick of it. So
I was going to say they have a giant bag for like $5 at Costco as we speak.
This is what I'm talking about here.
I think I've got some of those back from the convention.
Of course you did.
I'm pretty sure I did.
You probably got a better flavor than that. You probably got like a cookie brittle or something.
Yeah, you got something good, Roker. And now,
who do we got?
I love this guy. Number one, he's this week's slob of the week. He just commented. He gave us that great tip about the kids now. I have to say this: my whole life, my second favorite football team has always been the Buffalo Bills because I love Thurman Thomas. And this man, Todd Michael, he's been listening to us since the Sirius show, right, Todd?
Yeah, since Howard 101 with you and Base, Sam, and Ryan.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this man he's been with us now for, I don't know, how many years is that? 13 years? When were we on? 2011, right? Till
2013 is when it ended. So 2011, yeah.
So
I just think it's funny that you bring in a random guy with a giant deer in the back of his head. That's awesome.
Oh, I just noticed that.
And there's like the transition into you was not the greatest, but quite hilarious.
Well, his name is Todd Michael from Buffalo. He's about to give us his 5 places to eat. And I have to say,
what's up, man?
The Slob Show Facebook group is the greatest place on earth. Todd, how great is the Slob Show Facebook group?
Dude, it inspires like 90% of my meals or like home concoctions. So I learn a lot of tips. It's the place to be for the Slob tips, I gotta say.
Okay, so this is very important. This is and by the way, if you're watching this, share it. We want to get the Slob Show to 100 million viewers at the same time. We're a little bit short of that right now.
We're just a touch under that.
We're a few million short. So if you're watching this, just share it. Share it wherever you're watching it, and more people will see it. All right, Todd, let's go. Buffalo, New York. Now, this is great because I am going to Buffalo at some point. That's my goal. So this is a very important one for me. Give us your top 5 places to eat in Buffalo, New York.
All right. Well, so we'll keep it to Buffalo then. So number
Or
one.
no. It doesn't have to be Buffalo.
Okay,
It's fine.
okay.
Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want.
Number one. This is very slob-tastic take, but I'm going to say BK. Burger King holds a special place in my heart. Okay.
All right.
And that's anywhere USA. Number
Swing
one.
it at the low hanging fruit. I appreciate
Well, hang
it.
on,
I
Todd.
appreciate
Why does
it.
it hold a special place in your heart?
Number one, it put me on a mayo, right? Because I never liked mayo,
My
and I would
compliments.
always order my burgers no mayo, but they would never get it right. It always had mayo.
It's a gateway condiment, man. It'll
Well,
bring you in a whole lot of trouble.
And
Well,
they've got
eventually,
that cow udder mayo thing where it's got like shooting it out four times at once. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The gun.
So I just had to be mayo on burgers.
And Todd, of course,
Abe, you'll like this.
no, I was going to say our gateway for all of us to eat, and this is why I blame Burger King. Burger King is the reason we eat like slobs, because we were taught as kids to eat 2 for $2 Whoppers, 2 Whoppers for $2. You buy 1 Whopper for like $5 or 2 for $2. Like who the fuck would buy one?
Yeah.
So my whole childhood, it's like 2 Whoppers. Now, Roker, before you came on base, we were talking about how McDonald's and Burger King has that new $5 meal, which is $5 for a sandwich, nuggets, fries, and a drink. So I said, you buy that for $5, then you go into the app and you get a $3 Whopper, you get a $2 Big Mac. Now you have $7.
By the way, that is basically the $5 biggie bag from Wendy's. So that's all
that's
they're
what
really
I'm
doing,
saying.
to be honest.
So anyway, Burger King is the reason why we're doing the Slob Show. So thank you to Burger King also. But go ahead, Todd.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say this is a total Abe move, but like my solo order at Burger King is like $25, and I'm so embarrassed that it's not like when you used to like. I remember you had a thing where you would like say your dad wanted mayo because you wanted extra mayo. So I order like 2 or 3 drinks to like throw them off, that make them think it's for like multiple people. That's kind of a slot move.
Now, Todd, let me go back to Roker. We started the
Wait,
Slob
hold on. Before you do that, time out. What else are we getting for $25 at a Burger King shot?
Wait, Base, I want to get to that, but hang on.
Okay.
When we started the Slob Show,
let's not
I
go
said-
past it, but go ahead.
No, we're going to go back because
All
this brings up Roker again. My biggest problem is that I have shame. Roker has no shame. So Roker would never buy extra drinks. Roker, explain to Todd the mistake he's making getting these extra drinks.
No, I would never buy an extra drink or anything like that. Although my wife and I, if like we're ordering like carry out at a restaurant or something, we'll turn to each other and we'll go, what time are they coming over? Because we're ordering for 6.
That's a Slob
it's just-
tactic. It's beautiful.
I was going to say, that's what happens when you got a ride or die wife that's willing to jump in that grenade with you.
Exactly. All right,
That's pretty good.
Back to basis question, Todd. What are you getting for $26 at Burger King?
My Burger King receipt is longer than most people's like CVS receipts, right? So we're getting the number 1 Whopper meal with cheese, no tomato. We're going large with a Diet Coke.
Oh, wait, we lost you, Todd. Hang
Then
on.
we're going with a 10-piece of the spicy.
Wait, hang on, Todd. We lost you for a second there. I got the Whopper meal with the Diet Coke. What else?
Then we're getting a 10-piece of the nuggets, spicy if they're running it at that time. 2 extra burgers, Hershey Sundae pie, a shake, and a shake is like the bulk of it. Like shakes are like $7 now at BK, I think.
Yeah.
Know?
I forgot how good that Hershey pie is, and I think my son wanted to go to Burger King because he loves the jingle. So he's like, I want to get a Whopper. So I took him there. I'm like, you got to try this Hershey pie. It's so good.
Yeah, they're running the birthday pie now. Okay, the birthday pie. So
okay.
That's I don't know if that's available if that's just a like Western New York thing.
It's regional.
That's messed up. And they're holding out on us on a global chain that only Buffalo gets the birthday cake.
But
I have to say, nothing makes me have an emergency bathroom situation quicker than a shake from Burger King or McDonald's. And if you're having a pie, which is dairy, and a shake, that's me. 30 seconds, I would have to like pull over next to a tree if I ate that.
I think it's dairy, very loosely dairy when it's whatever they're using. But
I was gonna say, Abe has undiagnosed lactose intolerance that he just admitted to right now.
You might be lactose intolerant.
If a shake makes him have to open up the car door and find a tree, I think we pretty much just got to the base of that one. Jeez.
All right, so this is the slob of the week. Todd Michael from Buffalo. So Burger King is number 5. What else?
All right, so let's get to it. My favorite right now for wings in Buffalo, Wing Nuts. Wing Nuts. It's they blew up a couple years ago.
Hold on, did you just hold up a chicken leg necklace?
Yeah, you did.
That's pretty sweet. That's actually we should get some slob merch with that thing.
With a golden slob version. Yeah.
Yeah.
So wing nuts?
Yeah, Wing Nuts with a Z. They kind of blew up a couple years ago because Barstool featured them. They called them the best wings. That was when they were running their kitchen out of a Knights of Columbus. So now they have their own bar and grill. They're known for their size, sauciness, and crunch because they're a big wing, which a lot of people sometimes will stick their nose up at, but it's super crunchy.
Damn.
I don't know if that's that one. No, that's a different Wing Nuts.
It is?
Yeah, I think so. Wing Nuts Buffalo. The pick above you, Wing Nuts Buffalo. That's a Twitter page.
Don't ever click on the first thing on Google.
The second one where the guys saying your face and someone has some ranch in their wings is great.
Wait a minute. Why is this girl sitting in a vat of blue cheese and touching herself? Wait a minute. What did I click on?
This is the place. This is the place.
That's not a chicken wing.
Exactly. All right. All right, go ahead, Todd. Sorry.
Yeah. They do a couple other things really good. They do they're doing this thing super slob-tastic. It's called a stuffy, but so it's kind of like a pizza that they fried dough that they roll into like a flatbread and they filled it with like fettuccine Alfredo.
Oh, damn!
So they do a lot.
Fettuccine Alfredo is the pasta that we almost lost Abe to at one point. Just so
That's right.
you know.
You know that Todd has been a long time listener because he's throwing out all of the Abe keywords.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The word stuffed will always make Abe's eyebrows go right up.
Well, let's get back to the Abe. It was called the Abe Fredo. And I ordered a pizza at Giordano's where I said, hey, could you use Alfredo sauce instead of regular red sauce? And I said, that's called the Abe Fredo. And I ate a piece. And it was deep dish. It was just covered in this sauce, dripping, and it went down my throat like this. And I couldn't. I had to go into my mouth. Like it was like that, and I had to pull it out. And I was thinking, my mom's gonna come home. I'm gonna be laying on the ground in the kitchen with a piece of pizza hanging out of my mouth, and I'm gonna be purple. And that's how I'm gonna die. Like it's gonna be the most embarrassing way to die. I should die like that, right? That's the way I should go out.
No.
Something super.
No, I don't want to attend a funeral where you have a piece of fettuccine noodle hanging out of your mouth. I'm sorry.
No, it's a deep dish pizza slice.
It's not the way I want to say my best friend went out on a piece of Giordano's pizza because he could have yanked out a piece of Alfredo out of his mouth.
So Todd, of course we're eating these wings with blue cheese, correct?
I haven't come around to blue cheese yet, man. I'm with mayo now. I'm on board with the mayo, but I still can't get the blue cheese.
I'm with him, man. The blue cheese I have still not gone on with.
Wait, what base? You don't like blue cheese
either? Really hot.
I prefer ranch. Like I don't hate blue cheese, but I prefer the ranch.
You got to have good blue cheese. You can't get like, and no disrespect to Kraft, they're doing pretty well, but you can't just get that blue cheese dressing and think that that's blue cheese. I think if you have really, really good blue cheese dressing, I think you'll be a convert.
Like Hooters, and I'm sure places in Buffalo. Todd, I know you don't like blue cheese, but I'm sure they have great blue cheese.
Oh yeah. They're doing Rudy's, and Rudy's is like the big brand on here, but most places like pride themselves on making their own. A lot of places will have ranch on the menu, but that's for like profiling purposes only, just to know who they're not going to want to serve to. But it's like you got to be going with the blue cheese. I actually order it. I don't want to offend them. I'm like, yeah, sure, bring it. And,
see, look at this Roker again. See, Roker here. This is the categories, okay? From the not giving a fuck to having no what's the word? Not dignity. No pride.
Shame.
No shame. So you have this is the order.
You went around all the big words except for the easy one. Yeah. No dignity.
So it goes from no shame. It starts with Todd, who has a ton of shame. Me, right in the middle. I have some, and then Roker, no shame. So it's like Todd is like ridiculous. He'll take things. I don't take blue cheese. I'm just embarrassed to order it. Roker doesn't give a fuck about anything. Todd
No. You're not embarrassed to order it. You're just embarrassed to order the volume of which you're ordering it. He has yet to say, give me a tub of the blue cheese and pretend to whip out a phone and make sure that is the order he wanted to confirm.
Yeah. Well, I go out of my way to not,
Yes.
be judged. Todd, though, takes it to another level where he's getting extra sauces, drinks. Roker just says, fuck everything.
But I'm also a cheapskate. I will like put the mayonnaise on the sub when I get home for my own mayonnaise, or put the cheese on it at home for my own cheese because I don't want to pay $1 for a slice of cheese.
That's also what
I've just
that's
paid
also what I think
$27. But
the nice thing about the kid is I can always say, oh, let me get some extra sauces for him. He wants to try it.
Oh, there you go.
He wants to try it.
Well, there you go.
Roker, you actually still do that where you put the cheese on at your house? Like, I remember doing that when I was like 10.
Yes, I still do that. And I act like I'm 10 most of the time. So
All right, so Todd, we have Burger King, we have Wing Nuts. What's
Wing
next?
Nuts, yes.
Yeah, so another one is my favorite all-time barbecue spot, not in Buffalo, but Charleston, South Carolina. So if you're ever in that area, Lewis's Barbecue. Lewis's Barbecue. Lewis is a guy from Austin, so you get a little like Tex-Mex flair. It's a cool situation because it's a line. You're waiting in line. You got a bar right there. You can get drinks. They're known for the margarita types drinks. And when you get up to order, it's like ordering at a deli counter, right? So they'll like give you a little slice to try of this. And then the only problem is like, I have no concept of how much like 2 pounds of like pulled pork is, right? So next thing I know, I'm getting like $60 worth of pulled pork, So but it's great. And then they give you some bread. They throw you some bread on there and away you go.
Nice.
It's awesome.
All right. So what's next? That's 3. What's your 4th one?
Oh yeah, Jeff Ruby, probably. I figure you guys are Chicago guys. I figure you steakhouse guys, but if you haven't been to a Jeff Ruby, super weird kind of place, upscale dining. But the guy, I don't know what his deal is, but like the decor is crazy. They'll have like an Al Capone fireplace from a mansion with like a Jimmy Page guitar hung over top of it. Yeah, and Wagyu.
This is in Buffalo.
No, this is in this was in Nashville, but there's one in Cincinnati. I think he has like 6 locations.
Okay, gotcha.
They have a Wagyu A5 grade steak, which I don't even know the ratings, but like I know A5's the best, so I'm just like, give me
That's
that.
The best.
Yeah, and delicious.
I just brought home some A5 from the restaurant convention.
No beef to it. It's like a color of beef, and the rest is just white fat.
Yeah, no, this thing comes out. Look, it does. It's like, wow, was this supposed to be this color? And they're like, no, it's good. So you just accept it.
How much is that A5 at that steakhouse, and how much are you getting? It's like 5. You get like 5 ounces, right? I mean, it's not like.
I think it's 140 for 5 ounce.
Yep.
So it's
usually when you get a steak, you got to look for the marbling. This is just marble.
No, you got to look for the steak.
There's nothing else but marble.
Yep. Yeah. This looks like a countertop. Like this thing is. This thing is great. Also, the service is crazy. Yeah, service is crazy. They take really good care of you. Number one spot, and this is great. If you're ever in Buffalo, this is the one place I recommend you get. Do wings, do all the other stuff, but definitely hit up the Dapper Goose. Okay, it was started by this guy Keith Ramondi. He's a Western New York local. He opened, did some restaurants in Philly. He was actually a whiskey expert on season 1 of Bar Rescue.
Nice.
Yeah, so they have those menus rotating, but the number one thing that I get is the KFC, the Korean fried chicken, and it's like served with some kimchi rice, super sweet with that Korean spice, sticky barbecue sauce. I look like I did surgery under the table when they look at my napkin from this. I feel so bad for like their whoever does their linens. I feel so bad for them because I'm like a one bite and clean guy. I don't know if you guys go the whole way through.
Oh no, I have a million napkins next to me all the time. Like I wipe everything. I can't have anything on my face, my hands, so I have a stack of napkins. It's disgusting.
Yeah, if you're there for half an hour with Abe, you're pretty much peeking over to still have the conversation with him.
Also, great cocktails. They have a cocktail called Broken Garden Tools. If you're a cocktail guy, it's like a gin drink with, I don't know, oregano or something in it. I don't know. It's great. So highly recommend Dapper Goose. If you're ever in Buffalo, that's probably the #1 restaurant to check out, in my opinion.
Is the place that Buffalo is known for creating the original Buffalo wing? Does that place still exist?
Yeah, so that's Anchor Bar, which the original one is still there, and it's good. Like, definitely hit it if you're in the area. But all the best wings are kind of like got like the mom and pop shops now.
Gotcha.
Duff's and Anchor Bar are the #1 spots. Barbell is probably like the locals call the favorite, but they hand paint the wings there, like the sauce. They hand paint them with the sauce, so you don't get any extra sauce. So I don't mess. I kind of like I like the sauce.
I don't like that.
So,
Yeah.
It's all preference.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, Todd, what a list. Todd took this very serious, which I love. One of the top people in the Slob Show group, Todd Michael. My compliments to you, Todd. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you,
you're the man.
All right, it's a pleasure having going on, man. It's an honor to chat with you guys finally.
Nice meeting you, man.
He
Thanks
did
for
take
coming
it.
on. That was
He
great.
took that like it was jury duty. I mean, he really.
I was ready, man. I was stressing it. I wanted to bring a good list, man. I know you guys take your food seriously, so
that was an awesome list. All right, Todd, you're the man. My compliments.
All right, cheers, guys. Have a good night. See you.
What a guy. I love that guy. I love that, Todd. All right, we're gonna wrap it up in a second here, but let me just say this. I don't know if you guys have a favorite meal of the week. Maybe we'll end the Slob Show with that. But I made my return to this.
And you made that?
No. This was
okay. What is that? It's
a potbelly wreck.
I was gonna say potbelly. Yeah, it looks like it's potbelly.
So I haven't had a wreck since I moved here in January. And God, you get the wreck made by the right person with extra oil and extra mayo, and it is unbelievable. I don't know unless
Potbelly's whatever. I never really want to order it, but when I do, I'm always like, I should do that more often.
Yeah, it's always pretty good. Do you guys have a favorite meal of the week before? And then I'm going to read some of these comments to wrap it up. But go ahead, Rooker.
Do they still put the little cookie on the straw when you get a shake?
They do. Yes, they do. They have good shakes too.
My favorite meal of the week was came back from the restaurant convention with A5 Wagyu. So we had A5 Wagyu with burrata and heirloom tomatoes.
Damn.
And then they also gave us some like little grilled cheeses with brie and truffle.
Damn.
And had all three of those. And
and your wife is a chef, so it's not really fair.
I know. Like, the day my wife comes back from the store saying, I got an idea for some burrata, that's the day I'm going to call Roper up and go, what's happening here?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Base, do you have one? A favorite meal of the week?
More and more into diners, like at night. Like if I could talk the family to go to like a diner and get like a good skillet or a good like eggs Benedict at night, for some reason, breakfast at night has been like a thing for me now. I don't know why.
Breakfast any time of the day is great.
But especially like at night.
I can always have breakfast for dinner. Yeah.
Toast, it is so good. I really love like maybe with some flapjacks, some chocolate chip pancakes. I love that.
Know, my favorite diner right now is in Melrose Park. Have you ever been to Johnny's Diner in Melrose Park? It's open 24 hours.
I'll go. That's by my brother's. I'm down.
Okay. So the parking lot looks like you're going to get killed when you park there, just so you know. But it doesn't matter. You walk in and again, it's Melrose Park. Yeah, you have Melrose Park is all strip clubs, like the strip clubs where it's like, $5 lap dances. That's the whole like Melrose Park.
Dinner and dessert.
This place, Johnny's. So you get pancakes. You get pancakes on the side, and then you get a club sandwich, or you get their steak sandwich just dripping in mayo. It's delicious. So others, is that Biggie or Tupac?
No, that's Biggie. I've been trying to hold him down here for the whole show.
Attaboy. Attaboy. I like him.
Base, what was your meal of the week?
I just said diner. Anything that if I can go to a diner and get some sort of breakfast, I could do eggs Benedict or a skillet with pancakes. I could do that every night for dinner. I love that.
Let's go through a couple of these comments and we'll call it a day. The original chicken sandwich from Burger King was legendary. This is from my Instagram comments here.
Was that the
Shorty,
BK broiler? BK broiler was good.
That was good. The BK broiler.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Love you guys. Been a while since the serious days. Let's see. Is that Roker Jr.? Yes, it is. Yes. Why? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hang on.
Shout out real quick to Conrad and my buddy Gerald Anderson. Gerald Anderson and I went to high school together. That's awesome that he's on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's see. Imagine being a manager of the robots. Yeah, that would suck. Let's see. Let's see. I get Happy Meals. Happy Meals just enough food for me. Culver's onion rings are the bomb.
Get down, Biggie.
Actually, he's right. Culver's onion rings are very underrated. That is tasty.
BW3. I think I read that one earlier. Let's see.
And
Italian
Big Donald,
spots
we
also
appreciate the support from Sirius. What up, Donald?
Oh, what's up, Donald? Italian spots always have kids pasta for $7 with one meatball. Damn. Chuck E. Cheese pizza sucks now, according to Bruno Apocalypse. Do you miss White Castle from Gumball? No, because I'm in Chicago every 3 weeks. Let's see.
I forget
Brownie
how good
Brittle-
White Castle can be sometimes. That is a tasty one.
I have 5
Brownie-
minutes from a White Castle.
Oh, it's so
That's
good.
awesome. Brownie brittle with Panera cream cheese. The Panera honey walnut cream cheese is the greatest cream cheese I've ever had in my life.
Ooh.
What's your favorite Costco hack? Do you guys have one?
A Costco hack?
I
like
will say
something-
the fact that you can return anything at any time at Costco is my favorite thing. 'Cause I've had a couple of things where I'm like, "Ooh, I need to return this," and there's no questions asked.
Yeah, they don't care.
Oh, this is from my boy Shorty here. Crap night. So we would play craps in my friend Carlos's basement every night, and then the loser had to go buy a bag of 99-cent Whoppers, and the person who lost all their money would have to come back with all those Whoppers. And then there was nothing to me in my life greater than a bag of Whoppers from Burger King. Do you guys agree on that?
Yes, there is something to any time I open a fast food bag and you see those wrapped burgers of any kind. Anytime you see those wrappers,
It's
you're like,
beautiful.
there's a smile that I can't really describe. By the way, that Mondo guy or whatever his name is, I want that guy
Shorty.
to come on. I want to hear some Abe Cannon stories from then. Because I hear the
that's my
stories
guy.
from you. I want to hear the stories about you from those guys.
Yeah,
The
Base,
real
you know all
deal.
these.
Yeah, I want
Yeah,
to know those are the ones that gave me the real tips.
Base, I've been hanging out with you since I was like 19 or something. I think
I
you
know,
guys
but it was
Same
from
with
your
Walker.
Walmart buddies are the ones that told me you once suplexed the girl in the break room for no reason at all. Like I never got that one from you.
Well, we were power bombing people, and I was pretending to power bomb her, and I slipped on some salad dressing, and we both ended up going through the table. Again, I didn't get fired for that either. Wendy's has
what a slave.
Slave.
Paul's saying that Wendy's has a bucket of 50 nuggets now for $15. Are you guys aware of this?
I heard that. Yeah, I've been hearing about that.
All right. Well, that's it. We're out of time here. We'll be back next Wednesday, right around 9:30 Central Time. And my compliments to everyone. Roker, Base. We'll be back next
Thanks,
week.
guys.
Most
Good
likely.